What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to I Am Shakera TV. I am Shakera, your hostess with the most, and today we are going to be doing a get ready with me chit chat. I'm going to be sharing 5 pieces of advice that I would tell my younger self. Yes, my younger self. So stick around because it's going to be good. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like, comment, and share, and let's get into today's video. So like I said earlier, we're going to be doing a get ready chit chat. Today I want to talk to y'all about what advice I would give my younger self. So I already did my brows because y'all know it has to be nice and precise, and it's just better to do that off camera because this is the first time I've ever done like a, little chit chatting while I'm doing my makeup, and baby girl we need to concentrate. So I had to do that off camera, and I already have my lashes done. I got them done last Friday. Did I do them done last Friday? Yeah, I think I got them done last Friday, so they're already done. So it's really not going to be like a whole lot. I have 5 things that I want to share with y'all today, so let's get into it. Okay, y'all. First of all, I love talking, so I may like go off on a tangent, a little rant, but just bear with me. We're going to get through this. I think these are really good things that I would tell my younger self, so let's get into it. So first off, I did my brows. Sometimes I prime, sometimes I don't. My face is already moisturized because I do that first thing in the morning with my skincare routine. So today, I don't think your girl is gonna prime. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my foundation because I don't think I'm gonna do eyeshadow either, y'all. Your girl do real soft glam look, get to the point because I don't be having all that. And it's already later in the day, so I'm gonna just get straight into it. So first off, I use my MAC liquid foundation. This is the shade NC50. All right, so what I typically do is just boom, boom, boom. All right, so there's that. So let's go ahead and get into number 1, y'all. The first piece of advice that I would give myself is to never water down your accomplishments, okay? Y'all, I say that because I just feel like out of all the people that I went to school with and like really hung around, I was the first to do a lot of things, okay? And I'm a very motivational person and I want everybody to win, but at the same time, like I don't feel like I celebrated my accomplishments, but I don't feel like I did the most. And that's just not me as a person. Like I'm about to be like bragging about, oh, I did this and this, but at the same time you also need to celebrate all your wins, no matter if they're small, medium, or large. And I say don't water down your accomplishments because like celebrate yourself, sis. It don't matter if the next person is not on the same page as you or getting as much done as you, but no matter if it's just like in school awards, out of school, your sports, like we have to be okay with celebrating ourselves without feeling like, oh, this person's gonna think that I'm doing too much, or this person may feel some kind of way because they're not doing enough. Like, to be honest, that has nothing to do with you. Like, your accomplishments are your accomplishments, and I think it's okay to celebrate yourself. So don't water it down because you just feel like this person's not doing enough. Like, that just means they need to do better. And if they're not inspired to do better because you're celebrating yourself, then that's a them problem. And if they feel some kind of way about you celebrating yourself, then that's a hating problem, and you need to get away from the kind of people anyway. You feel me? So that's my first piece of advice, because like I said, I did celebrate myself and I celebrated my accomplishments, and my mom, she's really huge on that. Like we have an event for anything, okay? My mom always put me like on a high horse when it comes to anything. Like she gonna celebrate my accomplishments regardless if I do or not. But she loved to brag about her children, and when they doing something good, like what parent doesn't? You feel me? So do the same for yourself. Like brag about yourself. And it's not like, oh, I'm showing off, I did this and this. It's just you accomplished something, so you deserve to talk about it. You deserve to celebrate it, and real friends are gonna celebrate you as well. And I feel like just growing up and looking back, like, y'all, where is my freaking... Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find something. I guess I'll just use this. But looking back, like people that I called my friends, they didn't really like celebrate my accomplishments as hard as like I feel like I went for other people. And it could be because they wasn't doing enough. And they ain't got nothing to do with me. So that's that. Okay. So now that I got this foundation on, I'm going to close that. Make sure you get your neck, baby, because we need to blend, honey. Make it out. What is focusing on my lips because, baby girl, your lips are dry. Y'all know how when it be cold, like your lips get extra dry? I keep me some Vaseline, baby. Don't play that. Alright, so boom. And y'all, I'm doing just like a light coverage, nothing too major, so bear with me. Alright, so next, y'all, this is my favorite freaking concealer. Like, it's almost gone. That's how y'all know it's my favorite. I tried to do me a Target pickup order the other day, and they were sold out. Baby, I was too hurt. The Maybelline Instant Rewind Eraser. And this is the caramel. So yeah, this is my favorite concealer. So I'm just gonna go ahead and it has like a twisty, so that's super convenient. I just like, you know, put it under my eyes like this, like so like that. So the second piece of advice I would give myself is it's okay to be alone, y'all. Okay, so I went to like a lot of schools. So I went to 9 different schools, I want to say 7 to 9. I always forget because it's just so many. But I went to a lot of different schools, so I had a lot of different friends, and all my friend groups were different. Like, I'm the type of person, like, nobody's a stranger to me, and I get along with so many people. And because I went to so many schools, obviously, like, I had a lot of friends. So I also felt like, even though I had like a lot of friends, that I never really fit in with one particular group, or I didn't have like one friend that was just like my friend. You know what I mean? Like, everybody had already established their friends, and a lot of people that I went to school with, they went to school like since pre-K or kindergarten or just grade school up into middle school or whatever. So I never felt like I had that person that, oh, we went to pre-K together, we went to kindergarten together, like this is my childhood friend. Like, I don't really have anybody like that. And, you know, sometimes it'll make me feel like I was alone because I didn't have, hold on, y'all. See, this is how I don't know how folks be doing these sit down videos and talking, because your girl be focused. Yeah, so sometimes like I just felt alone. Like, dang, like all these people, they went to school together since they was in pre-K, kindergarten, and your girl been to like 2 different schools in pre-K and kindergarten. So I don't really have that. And then when I came, like, I was quick to make friends, you know, that wasn't the problem. It's just that it will already be like a friend group formed, and I would be like the 3rd person or the 4th person, you know. And sometimes that just make you feel out of the box, out of the loop. And y'all, I'm very known, very friendly. Like I said, I had a lot of friends, but just that one person that was like my person, you feel me? So that advice I would give to myself is it's okay to be alone. Like, because look, child, in your adult years, a lot of them folks ain't even gonna come with you, and they ain't even gonna be on your level. So it's okay. And I also give that piece of advice to my younger self, because like I said, when you get older, everybody can't come with you to the top, and that's just on period. So when people walk away from you, like, let them. I'm the type of person that I'd be like, well, they didn't really mean this, or I try to like give people the benefit of the doubt or give them a second chance. And no, don't let people overstay their visit. You know, like when somebody come to your house and they stay the night, okay, maybe the weekend is cool, or maybe even a week. But when they be trying to stay like longer than that, trying to move in, it's like, okay, sis, you overstayed your visit. So you have to treat your people in your life like that as well, when they show you that they're not meant to be in your life, or when God shows you like, okay, it's time for this person to be let go. Because a lot of times people can be battery drainers, is the example I like to always use. Like, think about a battery. Batteries do not last forever. Like, sometimes they're good for a couple months, maybe even a year or so, but sometimes people drain your battery and they die quicker, you know. So when they walk away, let them go. Okay, your destiny is never tied to anyone who leaves you. Okay, who God has for you will always be for you. And that's honestly something that I just learned in my adult years. So that's why I said I would tell my younger self that, because baby girl, I've tried to let too many people stay in my life way longer than they needed to. And a lot of times, you know, that holds you back as a person, because you may be trying to accomplish something, and sometimes people are, like I said earlier with your accomplishments, sometimes people feel defeated by that. Like, if they're not doing enough, they feel like, dang, she doing so much, and they like need to keep up with you. And I'm speaking from real life examples. Like, people have told me like, oh, I just feel like I'm not where you are, or you're doing so much and I'm not doing enough. And it's like, baby girl, we're not in competition. We don't have to be doing the same thing. Like, you're in your lane doing your own thing, I'm in my lane doing my own thing, and you don't have to feel like you got to keep up with me. Like, but that's just how people be. Like, I've never felt like that with anybody I called a friend, you know what I mean? So it's just like mind boggling when people would tell me that. Like, I just feel so intimidated by you, and it's like, what? Like, because you accomplished so much and I haven't accomplished this and that, and it's like, well, dang, like, I should be inspiring you to like want to do more. Like, you shouldn't feel like, I don't know. I just think that's weird. And you know, some people will stop talking to you because you're doing so much and they're not doing enough. And that has nothing to do with you, okay? You just gotta let them go. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. Don't try to like overextend yourself and beg people to be in your life. Like, I never begged anybody to be in my life, but like I said, like, I give people so many chances, even when like I've seen very clearly like, okay, God is trying to let them go, or they let themselves go, and I'm like, okay, well, if they come back, then I might give them another chance. But no, you gotta know, it ain't even worth giving chance after chance after chance. Sometimes like you just gotta let it go and move forward, and that's just that on that. Okay, girl. So the third piece of advice I would give my younger self is, there was somebody at my front door. The third piece of advice I would give is set boundaries. I'm looking at you. I'm telling you, set boundaries, because people will use and abuse you, but what you allow is what will continue. Okay, so I'm a very like kind-hearted, giving person. Like, I want to help everybody, just like my mama. Like, I truly get that from my mama. She want to help everybody. Like, we're just so thoughtful and helpful to people, and like when we see room where we could step in and help, like that's what we want to do. And y'all, I have learned that God didn't put me here to save everybody. Okay, that's his job. Like, my job is not to save everybody. I'm just one of God's disciples, and I can only point you in the right direction sometimes. Like, I can't hold your hand, do it for you and all that. Like, that's dead. So like I said, a lot of this stuff I learned as an adult, and I'm still implementing in my own life. So this is stuff that I was telling my younger self. I've learned that I have to set boundaries, and I have to say no sometimes. Like, stop saying yes to everything. Everybody don't deserve a yes, and you can't say yes to everybody, because you'll stretch yourself so freaking thin and burn yourself out, and it just distracts you from doing what God has called you to do and what your purpose is in life. So you have to set boundaries and know that I can only do so much, and if somebody can't understand that, then honestly they're not for you, and you don't need them in your life, because people gotta want to do for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we be wanting more for people, or we see the potential and they don't even see their own potential, and it's like, I can't draw it out, map it out, sketch it out, walk you through it, show you how to do it, and do it for you. Like, I can't do all of that. Like, if the motivation ain't enough for you to take action steps from that, then that's a you problem, and that's something that you have to work out. Like, my motivation is like a whole nother level, and when I want to do something and I set goals, I do it. Like, if God tell me to do something, I do it. Like, it's no excuse. I don't need nobody to do it for me. I don't like when people make excuses. So it's like, just get it done. You feel me? So yeah. So set boundaries, okay? And make it very clear and concise from the beginning, because once you do something for so long, people get used to that. And then if you try to switch it up or improve, people say, oh, she changed, or oh, she thinks she's better than people, or stuff like that. And it's like, no, sis, like, I'm just setting boundaries. Like, you're not gonna walk over me. You're not gonna keep using me. I'm not just gonna keep pouring my all into you when you don't do the same. Because with any relationship, any friendship, whatever type of shit it is, it takes two. Like, both parties got to do their part. And when you don't set those boundaries, like, people will overstep and do the most. And no, no, period. All right, so let's get this off, y'all. I'm moving along. I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm proud of myself, because like I said, a girl can't usually do all this talking while she doing her makeup. Fourth piece of advice I would say is, don't overanalyze everything. Leave it to God. Because listen, your girl is an overanalyzer, and I freaking overanalyze everything. Like, things people say, things people do, things that happen to me. Like, I overanalyze everything, okay? And that's not good. Some things are not meant for us to try to figure out and piece together, like, why. Some stuff you just gotta leave to God and let it be, okay? So that is the fourth thing I would say. Just don't overanalyze it, because you will drive yourself in freaking insane overanalyzing stuff. So, you know, just pray about it. Ask God what he wants you to do with it, and let him handle the rest, because that's what he's here for. You feel me? So, and even to this day, like, your girl is practicing not to overanalyze everything, because I be stressed, having anxiety attacks and everything, because I'm overanalyzing something. And it could be something so small, and I'm just overthinking it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, I hope this is good because I feel like I be having to like focus when I'm talking to y'all and like not trying to do my makeup, but it's the first time for everything. So if y'all like this, y'all want more Get Ready With Me chit chats, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, okay? And comment down below some topics that you want me to touch on, like what you want me to talk about, because y'all know I could talk and I probably got a story. I probably done been through it, all that. So yeah. The makeup looks good. Alright guys, so the fifth thing that I would say to my younger self is protect your heart, baby girl. Listen, I had my first boyfriend in the 6th grade and you know, it was good. Like, it was a great relationship. He's a great guy. You know, we still cool to this day and whatnot, but we were young, so you know, we still had a lot of life to live and get to know different people and do different stuff. And plus I switched school, so you know how it is. You in middle school, you don't really see each other every day, so it's kind of dead. But that was my boo. That was my first boyfriend. Me and his sister was super cool. They just super cool. Like his family, like I used to stay at their house, you know, not even on no stuff like that because we were kids. Like we were strictly like just hanging out, stuff like that. So then when I switched schools, like y'all feel like I've been in a relationship my whole life. Your girl is just a relationship type of girl. And when I switched schools, I went to another middle school in the 7th and 8th grade, and that's when I got another boyfriend. Like I say, 6th grade that was my first real boyfriend, but then 7th and 8th grade that was like my first real boyfriend because I lost my virginity in 8th grade. And y'all, I feel like that's when it's really real, like when you start doing stuff that you ain't got no business. So oh, my battery's about to die. Alright you guys, so my battery died, so sorry about that, but back to what I was saying. So, you know, you start doing stuff you ain't got no business doing. And, you know, I lost my virginity to this particular boyfriend. And it was a different type of feeling. You know, your emotions start getting involved. And you just feel like you're so in love. When it's really like puppy love because you're still a child, like in 8th grade. So I'm like, what, 13, 14 years old. And then we're about to go to high school and he moves. So we don't go to high school together. So it's not like he broke my heart or anything, like, but he moved, so we weren't together anymore. So it was like, dang, I just lost the love of my life. You know, I just gave this part of me to him and I'm not even gonna be able to see you like all the time like we were used to. Plus, we used to live in the same neighborhood, y'all. So we lived in the same neighborhood, went to the same school, and then after middle school, he moved away. So, you know, we were still cool and we still talked and everything. And like, we're still cool to this day. Like, he didn't break my heart. Like, we don't have no beef or nothing like that. Like, he's super cool. His family loves me. You know, I love them. Like, that's my people or whatever. But then since he moved away and our girl went to high school and whatnot, and high school, y'all, high school is a whole different ballgame. This is like transitioning to really beginning to learn yourself. You think you doing something. And I had another boyfriend, and this boyfriend was my longest relationship. We were together for 6 years, so like pretty much entire high school and then like first couple years of college. And I thought that that was gonna be my husband. I thought that was gonna be, you know, the father of my children. Like, I thought like we was going all the way, you feel me? And I'm in high school planning our whole life out. Like, why do girls do that? Guys probably do it too, but probably low-key undercover. They don't really be like we do, I feel like. But girl, planning our whole life out together. And his family loved me. Like, I love this family. Like, we had so many experiences together and we went through so much. And he did break my heart. And, you know, it wasn't like in high school, really. It was like more so probably senior year. Then as we graduated, like, stuff started happening and, you know, he was doing stuff and, you know, like we were really good friends from the beginning though, and I feel like that's what the difference was, like before we got into like a relationship, because we went to middle school together. And I feel like actually we had dated in 7th grade before my last boyfriend, and it didn't really work out. We kind of broke up and got back together in high school, so because that boyfriend had moved away. So anyways, I felt like that was like the one. I was like, this is it, like this is the dude I'm marrying. Like, we got a whole life at this point. But again, women grow up a little bit faster than guys do, I feel like. And like I had already had 2 other boyfriends, so I kind of like knew other people, if that makes sense. He didn't really have like other girlfriends in the past. Like I was his like first real girlfriend. Like obviously like, he talked to girls or whatever, but it was nothing like me, you feel me? So he needed to explore to see like if I was like really what he wanted. So like I feel like guys and girls need to explore to make sure like what they want, because how do you know what you want until you know what you don't want, you feel me? So yeah, like we were together all through high school. We have so many experiences together, so many first things we did together. We traveled together. Like y'all, I'm telling y'all, this was my husband. Okay, we lived together after high school. Like it was like we was locked in, and that was my longest relationship. So I just felt like that was it. Like this is who God wants me to be with, and this is what it's gonna be. But knowing what I know now is we were still kids. We weren't mature enough to be in a committed relationship, like marriage or anything like that. And what I wanted was different from what he wanted. He was also a basketball player, so that played a lot. And like we just started going through like a lot of stuff in college because, you know, was exposed to new things, doing new stuff, being a basketball player, you know, all that stuff. So we went through a lot of stuff, and I feel like that's when my heart really got broken. And I feel like that's when my heart really started to get broken. That's when I started to do like crazy stuff, and I was like out of character because like I was so in love with somebody and they would do something to break my heart. And it's like I wasn't really, like I was always on my grind, always in my bag, boo. Like I worked full time and went to school full time, so I was focused on me, but I was so focused on that too, like because I thought that that was my husband, like, and we were probably doing stuff like just doing too much, like staying with each other too much and all kind of stuff. So we kind of like just needed to go our separate ways. And because like I already knew like what I wanted, and I felt like he was the one, like I wasn't trying to hear like, oh, you want to talk to other people, I'm gonna talk to other people. Like I wasn't trying to hear that. Like it was us, period. And it's like if you didn't want it to be us, then that was it. So, you know, long story short, we didn't end up working out. Like after college, like that was it. Like we broke up because we had already been through so much. And I'm not gonna go into detail and all that because that's irrelevant. But after college is when we broke up, and that was like the first time in my life that I hadn't been in a relationship, because like I told y'all, my first boyfriend was in 6th grade. So from 6th grade all the way through college is I was with someone, like, and those were my growing years to really figure out like who I was as a person, what I love, and just figuring out me. And that's what I would try to encourage all young ladies to do now, is to focus on you. Like don't worry about trying to be in a relationship and stuff like that, because that will come, but just date around. Like it's okay to date multiple people, and just because you're dating around doesn't mean you're sleeping around, okay? It's a huge difference. So I don't feel like we did that. So once we broke up after college, that was like my time to your girl was out here, okay? I was doing my thing, living a single life, and just exploring and dating different people to see what I like, dating myself and just loving myself and just protecting my heart. Like I wasn't falling for nobody. Like when I tell you I was dating, like I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is gonna be my husband. Like I wasn't going in with the intentions of that. It was strictly like, I'm just getting to know you, we hanging out, we cool, like me and my homeboy, because I have a lot of guy friends, like me and my homeboy going to dinner type thing. And that's how it was. And I have so many like cool people who just felt like I was cool to be around because I'm like down to earth. Like we could just talk about anything, you know? And when that time come, like that time would come, and that's how I felt. So I was into my career, like I was doing it. Like your girl had money, I was in my bag, had my own place since I was 18 years old. So I was out here just living life, and I had to repair my heart because it had been, broken, and I had been through so much, and that was a process. That was a healing process. So that's why my 5th piece of advice is to protect your heart. Like nobody's gonna love you like you love yourself. So whatever you're expecting for a man to do for you, you need to do for yourself. And the way you want a man to love you, you need to love yourself. And y'all ladies, when I say treat yourself like the queen that you are, because that's who you are, and treating yourself the way you expect for other people to treat you is going to show that example. So for example, I've never been disrespected by a man, like, or anything like that, because I always carry myself and like, this is me, like, this is what I like, this is what I do, this is what I'm not gonna do. And nobody ever tried me like that because of the way I carry myself. That makes sense. So I just want young ladies, make sure you carry yourself like the queen that you are. You carry yourself like you don't care about yourself, like you just out there, you just stink, then people gonna treat you like that. So that's just that. So yeah, y'all, those are my 5 tips. So let's recap. So like I said, number 1, never water down your accomplishments, period. Number 2, it's okay to be alone. Number 3, set boundaries. Number 4, don't overanalyze everything. And number 5, protect your heart, period. As long as you do those things, then I feel like you'll be well off on your way. I feel like I'm a very successful woman, and I've always carried myself in the way in which that I wanted to be treated. So those things, you know, work, like I know for a fact. And you just gotta live your best life with God first, and everything else will work out. I promise you. Love will come, your tribe will come, your vibe attracts your tribe. So it starts with you. It's an internal thing, boo. So I know everybody has past trauma and things that they're trying to heal from. So it's okay. It's a process. It's a journey. You know, everybody's destination looks different. Everybody can't come to the top with you. Everybody can't do the things that you do, and that's okay. Just know that God loves you, I love you, and you need to love yourself, and the rest will work out. Y'all, we are finished with our makeup for today, because like I told y'all, this is our simple everyday look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. So yes, y'all, those were 5 things that I would tell my younger self. If you have anything that you would tell your younger self, please comment down below. I would love to keep the conversation going. I would love to hear from you. And if you have any topics that you want me to cover, please comment those down below as well. Okay, because y'all, we are a community, we are a family, and I want to help you grow. Personally, I want to continue to grow, and we are just going to be killing it out here in 2021. You feel me? So as always, make sure you walk by faith and slay, plus pray each and every day, because God, He will make a way. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.